Okay, there's one quick thing I want to go over in scripting because I need to tell you how to do this so that you can do something. We're going to do this module, and that is how to get a random number in the shell, and even further, how to get a random number that is within a certain range. So, a fun thing people like to make people do when they're learning how to program is write some kind of game type program. So, I think that's what we're going to do this module. In order to do that, we need to come up with a random number. So there is a shell variable called random echo random. So you can use this to get a random value. However, when you do this, you normally want your random value to be within a certain range. For example, if we were going to be simulating a craps game, in a craps game, you roll the dice, and the dice have the number from 1 to 6 on it. So you would need the value to be between 1 and 6. So we're going to talk about how you can get that. So I'm going to write a little script. Random.sh. Oh, and for the record, this random number is not really super random. It's based on, I believe, your process ID and the time. So you shouldn't use it for any kind of encryption or anything like that. So we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to set number, let's call it random number, random equals, now we're going to use let, yeah, random, we'll initialize the variable for fun, equals 0, echo, $random. For some reason I'm feeling like testing out every aspect of my code today, so let's try this. Hey, 0, that worked. So now I'm going to let random equal $random mod 6. So there's 6 numbers in the dice. I'll use a modulus operator, which gets us the remainder. So if we do the modulus operator, we'll get the remainder, and that will give us numbers between 0 and 5. So we actually want to add 1 to that. So let's try that. See if that works. And I think I need to put that in quotes. Right? Alright. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm getting random numbers between 6. I don't want a 6. Yeah, 6. Between 1 and 6. So I could use this to write a craps game. I could do random 1, or random and random 1. Ooh. So this would be the beginning of my, I don't have a random 2, stupid. So if I were to write a craps game, this would be the combination of the beginning of my craps game, for example. So you need two numbers. there. So, if you are creating a craps game, if you're going to get super advanced and do some of the bets in the center of the table where you look for hard eights and that kind of stuff, you may need to know what the two dice have on there and the total value. But this would basically be how you get started, and that is how you find a random number between a certain value. So let's look at that again. So if we wanted our random number between, say we're doing a blackjack game, and our random number needs to be between 1 and 11, for example, you would put 11 there. So you would divide the number by 11 and then add 1. If you needed a random number between 1 and 100, just pick a number or something, you could put between 1 and 100. You could put a 100 there. So then it would divide by 100. The remainder would always be 0 to 99, and you would add 1 to it. And that is how you can get a random number.